And in this video, I'll show you how I created this makeup look, including how I prepped and styled this light brown wig. I just wanted to do something a little bit different from my ordinary videos, a little bit more contrasting with my everyday makeup looks that I tend to do on this channel. And if you want to see more videos like this one or want to see more stuff with wigs, I plan on transforming this wig a little bit, so let me know if you'd like to see a video on that. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell next to it so you get updates when I post new videos. Follow me on social media at Katrinaosity, check out my podcast at MDXpods.com, and if you enjoy this video, please click the like button, it really helps my videos get seen. Starting with clean skin, I used my 24K Gold serum that Maskology sent to me. I smoothed this all over my face, and a 24K Gold serum is really fantastic for skin brightening as well as antimicrobial properties, which is great if you have breakouts like I currently do. Then I used my Aqua Flash from Patchology. I pressed this into my skin, and this is a really great hydrating product as opposed to a moisturizer that is more oil-based. Next, I used my YSL All Hours Concealer, and I like to use this and then smooth it in gently with my fingertips. The heat from my fingertips is really great for smoothing out concealer without leaving brush strokes, and the heat from your fingers is also going to prevent it from settling into creases or cracking or looking too cakey. I also want to note that some of the products in this video are sponsored, but of course I never promote anything that I don't actually use and like, so just keep that in mind, and some of them were also purchased separately. Next, I used my Hydro Mist Set and Refresh powder that BECCA sent to me. This is a really light and airy powder that actually feels cool to the touch when you put it on. So I just put that anywhere where I already had my concealer. Then I used a mineral foundation, and I really love buffing mineral foundation into my skin and just using a tiny bit of product. That is how I get this really great airbrushed and light finish with it without it looking too heavy. Then I used my BECCA Bali Sands Sunlit Bronzer that they sent to me. I started by putting this around my hairline and then into my temples, under my cheekbones of course, and then under the jawline as well. And since I was going for a totally different look with this as well, I also just kind of brushed whatever was left on the brush afterwards all over the rest of my face to warm everything up a little bit, since I was going with a light brown wig at the end of this tutorial. I made sure to get that on my ears and down my neck, and then I used my Deck of Scarlet palette. This is their newest edition. It has some gorgeous purples in it. I dipped into Whisper and put that on the apples of my cheeks. Next, I used my Brow Bar to Go from Gerard Cosmetics and lightly filled in my brows. I used only the darker color in this one for once, and I filled in the tails of the brows first, then brushed that product up into the rest of the brows. Next, I used from this palette, which is a really annoying name, I have to admit, but it looks great on the eyelids. It also doubles as a fantastic highlighter. Then I dipped into Drama. This is a really gorgeous taupe shade. I used a small fluffy brush on this, and this was just to build up a little bit of depth in the outer V before I went in with another color. Once I was happy with the depth of that, I dipped into Crush with that same brush, patted that on over top of it to get that gorgeous purple and have a nice little smoky effect in the corner of the eye. Then I blended that out with a clean fluffy brush. I didn't want the upper edge of this to be too defined. Then I took a small pointed brush and brought that same color underneath the lower eyelid, just around the outer half of the lower eyelid. I brought that up into the outer V and then a little bit in that upper crease again, just to intensify that purple on the top. And of course I went back in and blended that out just because I don't want that to be too defined anywhere around the eye. Next, I used my Starlux Pro Felt Tip Pen Eyeliner, and I love felt tip pen eyeliners as opposed to liquid eyeliners because they just go on so much smoother. You get a really sharp point with them, and I think they're a lot easier to control. The tip of them isn't going to be flopping around anywhere. You know exactly where it's going to go. And I like to switch off from one eye to the next every time I do another little area. I don't want them to come out uneven. I don't want to have to keep over-correcting because I'm getting too focused on one area. Then I dipped back into that highlighter with a small pointed brush. I put that on the inner corners of my eyes and then on my brow bones underneath my eyebrows for a little highlight. And then I used the mascara that came with this Deck of Scarlet edition. I actually really enjoy the applicator tip on this. It's not too heavy. The formula of this mascara is great. It does not clump very much at all, and you can get into the outer corners of your eyes, which I really appreciate with this wand. Then I dipped into Passion, the lipstick in that Deck of Scarlet palette. I gradually built this up on my lips until I was happy with the intensity of it, and that is the finished makeup look. So then I used my Got To Be Ultra Glued. I put this around my hairline, just a really thin bead of this product, and then smoothed it out. I find that a little bit works a lot better than a lot for me, and it gets tackier quicker. This is the wig that I'm using. It is from Babala Hair. It has mesh sides on it, it has an adjustable back, and it also comes with 3 combs that are pre-attached, which I love. I hate having to take the time to sew those combs on, so I like that they're already there. And it also has a lace front. Now I had already tried on this wig, so I had already trimmed the lace off of it. Once the glue was tacky on my face, I popped it into place, and then I adjusted the back to make sure it was tight enough. And on the lower corners around my ears, I just held that down until the glue stuck. And once it was in place, I plucked out the hairline just a little bit. I'm probably going to go back in and pluck out this hairline a little bit more because this wig is so thick. But I like to get it in place, pluck out the hairline a little bit, figure out where I want to put the part on this wig, and then pluck that part a little bit as well, just to make sure it's not too thick and it makes it look a little bit more natural. Of course, you can pluck as much or as little as you want. Since this is a synthetic wig, it takes a little bit longer than it does with a natural hair wig, but I think it's worth the effect that you get. And of course, I finished this off with my YSL Paris Amour fragrance. I love adding a little bit of spice to a look, especially when I'm trying to mix things up. And I think it's a really fun, different look from my standard appearance these days. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos like this one, let me know in the comments below. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, please click that like button.